As the beautiful lawyer digs deeper into the murder investigation, Sina recalls that when Huiju's career was at its peak, rumors about a relationship between her and Lai had circulated. Back then, this had upset Sina for quite a long time. It was only when Lai issued a public statement declaring that Huiju was merely a friend and that he was not looking to get involved in a relationship that Sina felt relieved. Hearing Lai deny the romance gave Sina her emotional strength back. To her, Lai was her sole emotional anchor. But now, witnessing Lai and Huiju embracing, Sina felt her hopes shatter once again. Spotting paparazzi by the roadside, Sina drove her car out of the city. After getting out, Lai and Huiju walked a distance away to talk privately. Watching this made Sina anxious again. Her friend, Xiaozhong, felt a twinge of sympathy seeing Sina in this state. Xiaozhong reminded Sina that Lai is a grown man. It is impossible for him not to have been in love at his age. However, hiding her true feelings, Sina insisted that Lai was strictly her client. As a lawyer, she argued, her personal emotions held no weight. Meanwhile, an argument broke out between Lai and Huiju. Lai warned Huiju to stay away from him if she didn't want to get entangled in trouble. Huiju revealed that on the night of the incident, she had seen the member, JC, in the Golden Boy Villa area. Once Lai and Huiju finished talking, Sina asked him if he had made the detour that night specifically to meet Huiju. Lai repeatedly denied it, insisting that Huiju had absolutely no connection to the case. Lai went to meet JC personally and questioned whether he had truly been at the hospital all night on the night of the incident. JC became agitated, but his manager, Lao Yao, answered on his behalf, stating that JC had been with him at the hospital the entire night. Lai did not believe JC and shouted that he was the murderer. The two parted ways on very bad terms. Sina remained anxious, with thoughts of Lai constantly swirling in her mind. She recalled moments in the past when Lai seemed distracted on stage and surmised that he must have been hurting because of Huiju back then. The more Sina thought about it, the more convinced she became that Lai and Huiju were ex-lovers. She felt increasingly unsettled deep down. However, Sina wasn't hurting because she felt deceived. Rather, she was pained by the realization that Lai was trying to protect his ex even after being hurt by her. Just then, Sina saw photos of Lai and Huiju meeting on the gossip news, which claimed they were on an intimate date. Sina immediately contacted Lai, becoming even more anxious. Lai told her that he would resolve the matter in his own way. That day, Lai went to the gossip journalist and demanded that the report be taken down. The journalist refused and instead brought up an incident from the past. Back when Huiju was a trainee at Golden Entertainment, she allegedly had ambiguous relationships with multiple men in order to debut. The journalist had captured intimate photos at that time. According to him, Lai had signed a slave contract with the company to protect Huiju. Now, the journalist planned to use those past events to implicate Lai's ex-girlfriend as a suspect in the murder case. Lai became furious and sternly threatened the journalist, warning that if he dared to try anything underhanded, Lai might do something drastic. Sina, having overheard their conversation, quickly stepped in to separate the two. To protect Lai, Sina, acting as his lawyer, warned the journalist that if he published any baseless news, she would take full legal action against him. After dealing with the journalist, Sina turned her anger toward Lai, scolding him for confronting the journalist alone without her. Moved by Sina's sincerity, Lai finally confessed the hidden truth to her. A few days before the murder, Lai had received a message from Huiju. Although they had already broken up, Huiju still wanted to meet him. Lai was hesitant, but then he learned that his manager, A Cheng, was communicating with Huiju. Thinking of Lai's future, A Cheng had taken it upon himself to tell Huiju to end her relationship with Lai completely. Lai was furious, not just because A Cheng had made a decision for him, but because his only friend had kept it a secret from him. On the night of the incident, using the excuse of buying alcohol, Lai went to the mountains to meet Huiju. He wanted to put an end to their lingering relationship. When they met, Lai spoke very harshly, hoping that Huiju would not contact him again. He had poured everything into his upcoming album and could not allow Huiju to ruin his life. Suddenly, in a fit of rage, Huiju drove her car straight at Lai. However, Lai did not move, and Huiju slammed on the brakes just in time. From that day on, Their relationship was completely over. Hearing this story, Sina understood Lai's emotional state and realized that he had lied to protect Huizhu. He hadn't wanted Huizhu to get dragged into his case. Lai nodded. To him, Huizhu was now just a beautiful memory of the past. Huizhu faced interrogation by prosecutor Guo. Guo already knew about the relationship between Huizhu and Lai, as well as the fact that Huizhu had met Lai at the time of the incident. Huizhu answered calmly, informing Guo that she had seen Jacy that night. She advised him to thoroughly investigate Jacy's alibi. Elsewhere, Lao Yao noticed Jacy behaving strangely while secretly talking on the phone. Lao Yao asked Jacy why he had lied to the public, claiming that the relationship between the leader and Lai was not good. Jacy replied that Lao Yao didn't understand anything and claimed that Lai had deceived everyone. Meanwhile, Lai was still staying at Sina's house. That night, when Sina went to see him, she accidentally walked in on Lai while he was changing. Sina blushed crimson, and Lai quickly put his clothes on. Lai revealed to Sina that Jacy had been present on the night of the incident. He promised that from now on, he would hide nothing from her. While Sina was away, Lai explored the house and saw photos of Sina from the past, smiling brightly. He found a sticky note with a message written by Sina. "I believe you are not the killer." For a moment, Lai's heart felt warm. However, Sina was feeling down and confided in her friend, Xiaozhong. She used to think she knew Lai very well, but she was now realizing just how deep his emotional wounds and pain ran. Xiaozhong reminded Sina that getting too close to the person you admire can lead to disappointment. Sina replied that she wasn't disappointed, but rather, she was hurting a little. Even though Lai was right beside her, the idol she had adored for so many years felt incredibly unfamiliar and distant. Especially when she saw Lai and Huizhu alone together, she felt a profound emptiness, as if she didn't exist in their world. Lai fell asleep with his head on the table, and Sina tiptoed over to him. She gazed at him calmly and reached out to gently touch him. She thought that if she could turn back time, she would have admired him from afar just like before, loving him freely from a distance. The next morning, Sina left early. Lai found that she had left breakfast for him. Just then, Xiaozhong arrived and handed Lai a pile of daily necessities. Sina had specially purchased every item that Lai usually used and sent them through Xiaozhong. Lai became curious about the relationship between Xiaozhong and Sina. Since Xiaozhong lived right next door, Lai assumed they might be relatives. Xiaozhong replied that they were much closer than relatives. Upon returning to his own home, Xiaozhong took a lozenge out of his pocket and ate it. In the past, Sina had given him this candy, and it was because of that candy that an inseparable bond had formed between them. Sina took Lai to meet prosecutor Guo and submitted video evidence. This evidence confirmed that Lai and Huizhu had not conspired on the night of the incident. Additionally, Sina submitted a call record proving that even after Lai had returned home, a conversation had taken place between the company representative and the leader, A Cheng. This meant that A Cheng was still alive after Lai had left. Based on these two pieces of evidence, Sina took a firm stand and demanded an end to the investigation into Lai and Huizhu's past. Guo was ultimately left speechless by Sina's arguments. At the elevator doors, overcome with emotion, Lai hugged Sina. He was grateful for everything she had done for him. Guo, refusing to give up, followed them and admitted that he had recognized Sina as his high school classmate. He suspected that Sina had taken the case specifically because she knew the prosecutor. Sina retorted sharply, telling Guo to focus on the case rather than harboring personal grievances. On the way back, Lai brought up Guo, wondering if he was Sina's ex-boyfriend. Sina quickly denied it. Suddenly, their car lost control. In the next instant, the vehicle was about to crash into something dangerous, putting Lai and Sina's lives at risk. The episode ends here. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for the next episode.